everyone, and welcome to another video. My name is Lenora Edwards, and I am a board-certified speech-language pathologist with Better Speech. I want to talk to you a little bit today about receptive language, what it is, and the signs of a delay. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Hey there! Before we get into today's video content, I want to go ahead and remind you to subscribe to our channel, Better Speech. And after you watch the video, if you found it helpful, go ahead and click that like button, comment down below, and don't forget to share with your family and friends. Also, visit us at betterspeech.com for more information. Now, over to the video.
So right from the start, language is actually two parts. We have the ability to receive language, which is the receptive component, and we have the ability to express language, which is the expressive component, everything that I'm doing right now. When we're talking about the receptive component of language, this is the information that we receive, that we hear, that we understand. And this is actually a foundational component in our ability to actually effectively express language. Now let's rewind for a moment. We are born with the ability to actually understand language. Quite literally, it is wired into our brain, which means that we are born with the ability to understand language. But to understand language, we actually have to experience language. It has to be a part of the world around us, which is why it's so important to keep talking with your little ones. So if you think about it, your little one is actually born into this world and they have no idea what's going on around them. It is our responsibility as the parents, the guardians, the caregivers, the teachers to explain the world around them. And as we do, as we're talking, as we're expressing the language that we speak in, we are actually helping them build and understand that receptive component, that understanding of language. So always remember, keep talking with your little ones. Starting at the very beginning, your little one is actually understanding language. They're working to understand the environment around them, which is why when you have little ones, you'll actually notice that they'll startle at loud noises. And you'll start to notice that as they grow, they'll look for the noise. That is an indicator that they're understanding the environment around them. Another thing that will also happen is they actually understand the tone and they recognize your voice. As they develop at 6 months, they are actually able to understand the shift in your tone, and they understand when you're happy and they understand when you're not quite as happy. And they're also really soothed by the tone of your voice and by the tones of voices of those that are around them, the familiar ones that are around them. And they can detect the distinction in change in your voice and the distinction in the change of other people moving in and out of their environment. Now, when we're talking about little ones that are 7 months to 1 year, the really strong indicators that they're understanding the world around them is that they actually turn and they look at the sound. They'll also respond to their name. And even if you say certain things like no or come here, but they're also able to understand common items that have been around them, like where's your cup? Where's your teddy bear? Those are really strong indicators that when you're asking them something and they go to point, that's an indicator that that information is going in and they're understanding it and that they're processing it. Now, for little ones that are 1 to 2 years old, as you continue to talk with them, and as I'm sure you've been already singing nursery rhymes and reading stories to them, what you're doing is you're building that vocabulary. You're building that information that's going in. That's a great thing. As they become 1 and 2, what you're going to start seeing is more command following. That's a great indicator that they understand what you're asking of them. For example, when you're singing head, shoulders, knees and toes, what you're doing is not only are you singing, you're offering more vocabulary, but you're also identifying body parts. That's a great thing. So that when you ask your little one, where are your eyes? They're able to exactly show you where their eyes are. Another great thing to do is as you're reading, what you're going to do is you're going to actually open the book and you're going to, now that you've been pointing things out to them over a period of time, when you ask them, where's the fish? They're able to hear you, understand you, receive the information. Then they're going to identify that information that you're asking of them. That's a great thing. That is an indicator of really strong language development from the receptive component. Now, for our little ones that are 2 to 3 years old, what we're going to start to see is their ability to understand concepts such as big and small, their ability to follow two-step commands such as take this and put it on the table, that understanding of that language component, that information going in, they're understanding new vocabulary and it's building upon itself. As they become 3 and 4 years old, what we're going to actually see is their ability to understand concepts such as shapes and colors, but they're also going to understand more relationships, as in brother, sister, mother, father. That's a great thing. And they'll also be able to consistently respond. When you call them from another room, they're going to come over because they're able to hear you and know specifically that you are talking to them. For our kiddos that are 4 and 5 years old, what we're going to start noticing is their ability to really understand more complex concepts, such as order. First do this, next do that, last do this. What we're also going to notice is their ability to understand time, yesterday, tomorrow, the day before. That's a really strong skill that they're going to really start to understand. Another one is that they're going to be able to understand different language within the home, but also within the classroom. So following really complex directions such as, okay, go upstairs, wash your face, brush your teeth, change into your pajamas, make sure you get your favorite book and climb in bed and wait for me. Or when you're in the classroom, okay, everyone sit down at your desk, make sure you pick up a pen. And what I want you to do is pull out a piece of paper and draw a circle. Those are really complex pieces of information. So it's really important that we're able to notice that these are the concepts that they're doing. These are all great indicators that they're understanding language. Now, when it comes to receptive language skills, you can really see how these skills build upon themselves. With receptive language development, you want to notice if your little one can follow simple commands, if they can identify familiar pictures and familiar objects in their environment, if they can answer WH questions, what and where, if they can also answer your questions that you're asking of them, or are they responding to you when they're in another room. These are all indicators of continued development of receptive language. If you have concerns that your little one is not meeting these milestones and is not able to do certain things, please reach out to us at Better Speech. At betterspeech.com, you are able to actually get in touch with us and we are able to offer you a free 15-minute consultation, and we will do our very best to guide you and answer any and all of your questions from there. If you have more questions and if you like this video, please absolutely do all that social media incredibleness down below and make sure that you keep communicating with us. We are absolutely thrilled that you were a part of this video and thank you so much for being here with us. Have a great rest of your day.